registered nurse also, Muna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. Okay. So I did
Here
start
in
the
the
record.
Philippines.
All right. So this is a I'm calling this like a discovery call just to understand what you guys are all kind of looking into for to get out of this AI thing, the
Mhm.
course. But my main goal is to like train people just to introduce them into AI, how they can use it to help them get the things done that they're already doing. So AI is very helpful to get into something new that you want to learn, but it's very powerful if you already have an knowledge in something and use AI to help you get it done. So that's something I can really help with. But since I do a lot of research in it, it's nice to also just understand maybe somebody has a different scenario of maybe something that they need that has nothing to do with their profession. But outside of that, let's just have a conversation right now so I can understand, I can show things and kind of teach the basics, the foundation of AI. And then in other sessions, we can go into more focus based on what we talk about here. All right. So I've already talked to, I'll refer you to as Marie. I want to say my mom, but
Yeah.
Marie,
Miss
for
Marie,
future
just
reasons.
Miss Marie, Miss Conte.
Miss Marie. Hi, Abu. How are you? Welcome.
No mommy, no auntie here, just
Exactly,
Miss
Miss
Marie.
Marie. So I've spoken to Miss Marie. So this is Abu. So we're just going to introduce ourselves and talk about how, for me to understand what everybody, your understanding of AI, what you know about it, just something short, and just what you're looking to understand more or to learn. And so first, I'll have Miss Marie just talk, since this is mainly the purpose of this is you got it together for your company, so you can get started and let me know.
Okay, thank you. So you want me to first introduce myself?
Yes, introduce yourself and just kind of where you are at with AI, like where you understand, but then also where you want, what you want to learn, the purpose of you being here, like what
Okay,
do you want?
thank you so much, Miss Muna. My name is Marie Conte. I'm a registered nurse. I live in Virginia, and I am the CEO of Now Prosperity Home Health, and also Prosperity Partners International. So I want to understand a little bit more about AI, how I can integrate this into my business to kind of make things easier for myself and my team so that we can deliver effectively and stay current with technology. Thank you.
Okay. Um, all right, then who wants to go next? Abu or Abigail? We can go with Abigail since we give Abu some time to settle in.
Mhm.
Okay. So, good morning, ladies. I'm Abu. So, I'm Abigail Quintero and I'm from Philippines. I'm a registered nurse by profession, but I'm with administrative for the past 2 years. So, in terms of AI, I've been working with AI since maybe for less than a year now.
Mm-hmm.
I just started exploring AI since last November 2024. And I've been working with prompts
Mm-hmm.
to get the output that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I have it now, but I want to know more regarding the prompts so that I can use it with other stuffs like photos and other uh, explorations, I
Okay.
guess. So that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Abu. So how about you next? Introduce yourself.
Um, of course, my name is Abu, and I'm Auntie Marie's nephew for the record.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to know about AI through Auntie Marie when she visited us few weeks ago in
Mm-hmm.
Sierra Leone. She told me about AI. I'm like, what? Is this thing real? Because I saw adverts on Facebook, on TikTok. They are talking about this AI thing. So this is a new thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's a new thing to me. And the way she told me about it, one night I sat down and at least tried some of these adverts I see on Facebook, like ChatGPT. I see the way they produce work through research and graphic production. I said, wow, this thing is really, it's really very important for day-to-day business.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to carry on with the trend. So with this, I'm very much excited to be here, and I'm hope to learn to professional level so that I can be a very important tool in this AI age. Because I read another article just yesterday on AI when my auntie told me that we are going to have this session today.
Mm-hmm.
I see that the AI, if you don't follow the trend of AI by now, coming to the next 5 years, 7 years, obviously you are going to lose your job. You don't need to go out again at the office or find the office. Now everything is on your phone, on your laptop. You execute from there. You share out the tasks. So I see that this is a very important meeting for us today. For me to be here.
Okay, that's awesome. So it's like but thanks everybody for sharing. It's amazing. Right now, it's really just four of us, but each of us are, well, besides me and Miss Marie here, in the same place, but different continents. So that's amazing, I think, already. And everybody have different levels of it. But AI, I really think is just like Abu said, with the research that you've done, and Abigail with you using it, and Marie with knowing that this is something she wants to implement. We all already have an idea that, like, okay, this is something that is going to matter like as time goes on a lot more. And now just like remember back, and we're all old enough to remember back when not all businesses were on the internet, but now it's like as a business, like if you're not on the internet, people are looking at you like, okay, what are you doing, you know? So that's kind of the AI thing. What's going to happen, it's very slow for like since you guys are in it right now, you probably see a lot of things online where it seems like everybody knows it. But in real life, as far as when you talk to people one by one, a lot of people don't know. So like for them, it's one day they'll just realize, wow, what's going on? There's cars driving by themselves. People are doing things very, very fast. What is going on? Because AI is growing. So I'm very excited about that. For
Mhm.
me personally, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Memunatu Conte. I go by Muna. That's easier for people to say. And I would say I'm not an expert, but I have a lot of experience in technology as a analyst. And the past two jobs that I've had was to work as an analyst that work on AI projects. So one, we were building AI for big U.S. Agency, and another one is for a state where I was looking for AI tools that they can use for the state so they can manage all the technology they have, but they want to use AI. So I have experience from that. So from those jobs, I just started like looking like more research because I'm a creative, so I get really into it, like or research or let me see how I can do this, how I can do that, and just seeing like, oh wow, it's going to be very important. It's a very important skill to have. At the same time, because it's going to affect a lot of things in our lives, I think it's very important to have literacy. You probably heard about financial literacy, where people understand how to manage their money and things like that. So AI literacy is a word that you'll hear more of, where it's important for people to understand AI, how they use AI, and how it can benefit them, but also what to be cautious of. So that's mainly what I want to spread, the AI literacy. While working individual with people, like AI literacy is like my main message, as well as teaching people prompt engineering, like Abigail mentioned. Like she wants to know how to create images. And Abu, you're saying like people are like it's a skill that you need to have to move forward. And you're right, here in the US, although I have all these skills and everything, I have not been able to find a job. You would think I do because I'm talking to the people. Anyways, it's a skill like I see it already affects like the employment industry. And then for Marie, when you're talking about businesses, you want to add it to your business. That's the right way to think because even though you may not want to, even for a business that's in education, because I know you want to teach in the area that your expertise in, or even if it's for the home health. Let's just say even if it's something like medical, like AI can be used in a way where it's not the main focus, but it can help you get things done faster, like writing the messages. And when you get deeper into it, like prompt engineering, You can learn how to, and this is definitely not in this session or another one, but the people who know how to set it up to automate things to, so like your business is working in the back end while you're able to just work with your customers, but that takes a lot of work to set up. So let me not, it's not easy, but it's possible, and once it's done you're like, oh wow, my life is a lot easier. So that's my spiel. I just want to spread the message, but let's use it safely because AI itself can be dangerous and it can be misleading. um, I honestly am just I don't I have like a lot of notes, so I don't want to put like a full page of just like talking and just reading through it. So I'm going to make this interactive since we're discovering. I have an understanding of where you guys are. And then so we can move forward. Hold on, let me try to see. I'm trying to see where next because what I'm trying to think what the goal of the group is though. So the group together collectively, we want to just understand how to use AI to work for the company, is it?
Right, basic knowledge, how to apply.
Okay, how to apply AI. Okay, so like introduction to AI, how to apply it, and then I do plan on after this session, like starting next week, I'll provide free group sessions where we're focusing on particular things. So when, for example, like one day would be just talking about AI literacy and to understand that as far as okay, some countries they have laws and guidelines, and just for you as a user also to understand because if you've played with chatbots like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, it's if when you understand how they work, the answers that they give you, you can it gives you work better with it. For example, like sometimes it can give you the wrong answer and they tell you it's hallucination. To me, it's just a defect. I'm like, you can say hallucination, but it's a defect, you know? But you need to understand that because now it's you have to use your knowledge to check and fact check the AI. But if somebody doesn't, if I'm not a nurse, but I want to ask the AI stuff on medical things, I'm like, okay, well, that's correct, it's fine. But it could be completely wrong. But if Abigail and Marie, they go and check it, they're like, no, this is the wrong thing. Because sometimes AI can give you the wrong answers. And the reason why is because for the most part, like the ones with ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude, the public ones, they are trained on public information. So they're trained on the internet. So imagine the internet, everybody has all their thoughts, all their information there. So the AI chatbots, when you ask them questions to create things or answer for you, they just look at all of that information on the internet and then they give you the what they think is like the right answer or the right document that you want. So that's why sometimes it can be wrong because I personally know that some people and myself I can put things online that's the wrong information, you know? So that's why it can be wrong sometimes. But with proper but you can correct the AI. So now with learning prompt engineering techniques, you can correct it and train it. So now it knows the right information. Sometimes I'd be like, no, that's wrong. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It is wrong. So now it learns. So AI is designed to try to copy the way we think as humans by learning things that we've shared, all the content that we've shared, but it also is designed to learn and then get better and better and better. So as you train it and you tell it, okay, this is wrong, no, I like this way, it learns from those corrections. And that's the same way us humans are designed to think, the difference is AI, once you correct it, it kind of stays in that path. As humans, you can tell me I did something wrong. I might do it again, but that's just you. But the machines, like the way they are very helpful is they can move faster and learn and correct and just keep going without you needing to correct it again and again. So
Okay.
that's a little bit about like AI, understanding the machine as far as when it comes to AI literacy, just understanding what AI is. So that can be a like after this, when I said like the free sessions I'll give, we're going to go into like each particular topic one by one, and it's free. You join, which one it seems interesting to you. And prompt engineering is also one I heard Abigail mention, which is basically the skill of communicating with the AI. AI can be something that is public or just general, like ChatGPT is a general one. You can ask any kind of questions and it'll answer you, or they have ones that are just very specific. So some that are made just to create pictures, or some just to create videos, and some that
Mm-hmm.
are just for the medical field, and some that are just for law and things like that, you know? So with prompt engineering, you can learn how to create different kinds of documents and different kind of content for anybody who's a marketer or content creator or even like assistants. You have to send emails and things like that. So you can use prompt engineering techniques to let the AI write the way you would write something, but professionally or
Mm-hmm.
casually, like the way you do. So you can really train it to write a certain way. And the best way is to really learn how to give your opinion and your thoughts and your knowledge to work with it. If you are looking into something you don't know about but you just want to explore it, that's fine. You know, you can just like, hey, tell me, give me all your ideas, and it'll give you all the ideas, and now you can pick and choose what you want.
What you want?
But so prompt engineering is a technique itself. It's just how you communicate with the AI, and to make it very simple, it's really just the way you talk, the way you write, and that's why
Mm.
AI is now more popular because AI already existed like way before ChatGPT. Like we're talking like if you use Google Maps or any kind of GPS, that's artificial intelligence. If you there's so many different things I can't even think right now, but like when you before like when you used to but yeah, when you type and you spell something wrong and the computer would suggest and tell you how to spell it right, that's artificial
Yeah.
intelligence. But the reason why now it's very popular with ChatGPT is because instead of when you want to create things, it's called generative AI. Generative AI, the word generate is it's creating something. So
Mm.
the difference is like I say I want to create a business plan. I don't know how to create a business plan, but I know what information, things about my business, my goals, and things like that. What
Uh-huh.
AI can do, the reason why it's called generative is that like, it can create this plan out of just something that I give it. It's kind of like I don't know. Imagine like a you have ingredients and then AI cooks it together and makes the cake. Like it's generating something. But it's
Mm.
very popular because now we're able to do that by just typing the way we type, by just speaking naturally the way we speak. Before, you used to have to be a developer who knows how to code to do that, to work with the AI. But now just anybody who knows how to talk. You could be 5 year old, as long as you know how to put your words together, you can create something with AI. That's not so it's called natural language processing. That's where I really
Mm.
learned about it. I learned about it that way through that word natural language processing because the companies what they were asking is they said, we want to manage our technology and know all the computers that are in our system, but we don't want to know how to code. I want to search by just typing how many laptops are in my system and for it to tell me. Before in the past, they had to go to a engineer for them to go search a database and tell them that question. But what they want, like, no, I just want to search. Like, can the computer just understand me the way that I speak? So that's natural language. The computer can understand the way you speak naturally, and it's
Wow.
expanding to different languages. I know English, they have it already in different languages. So I'm not sure if they have it in Tagalog. Is it that language? In Philippines? So they may, I don't know, do
Yes,
they have it? Do they have models now that speak or understand the language?
I believe ChatGPT does Tagalog.
Yeah, they might. Like I know the other day I did talk to ChatGPT in Creole. That's a language
Wow.
in West
I
Africa.
know.
And it
It's yes.
did, but it still needs to get trained. It's still, learning. But that's with AI being fresh right now, those are projects like, I'm thinking about countries like even Sierra Leone or Philippines. It's really just takes the people to create and train the models, especially with our cultures. We keep our culture going by telling stories and keeping our language together. So this is amazing. Like imagine like if you can create something like a chatbot that can really speak the Creole language or the Tagalog language, but in that dialect and train it, like the people can really train it and make that happen. And now you can take
Yeah.
that in,
Yeah.
well, okay, well, let's create education programs and this and that because now it understands how
Uh-huh.
the locals speak.
Uh-huh.
It's I don't know. I haven't looked and see like say for Skillin if that model was there right now and being trained. But when I was talking to ChatGPT and it was talking like a white person, I was like, that would be so nice if somebody can create one that speaks like the language. So I see that it's gonna happen.
Just
I
an
know it's
assignment
going
for
to happen.
Abu.
Hmm?
I said that would be an assignment now for Abu.
I know it's going to happen. That's a big one. But for now, for today,
Yes.
we're just talking about just understanding. That's a possibility.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
definitely a possibility.
Is
But
it,
Mm,
Mona,
yes.
is it possible to ask question during training or wait
oh no,
till
no, you can ask question. I was just I can just talk on and on. So I'll pause right
this is
now. You can ask
interactive, right?
question, and I want to show you guys something very cool that I created with
Okay. I
AI
want to
prompt engineering. But ask question. Go ahead.
okay, quickly, now that I'm getting the language slowly, the word chat GPT versus AI. Is there
Okay.
any difference?
Yes, there's a difference. So think of ChatGPT like the application, the tool. No, 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 no. ChatGPT is it's the application, the tool. So it's like the WhatsApp, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm,
then AI is the technology behind it, the technology it's designed to make it operate the way it operates. Yeah,
Mm.
so AI, artificial intelligence, can be anything. So AI is like Siri, it has AI in it. Not all of it is AI because they have different technologies that are in it, but it has AI capability to
mhm,
speak and act like and think like a human. So artificial intelligence, just think of the word, it's intelligence is in there, but it's artificial. So it's
Artificial.
artificial because
yes.
it's not a human, but
It's
the
not natural.
intelligence is
Yeah.
there because it's designed to think and act and learn like a human. Not act yet.
Like
They're working on the acting too, but because they have robots now. But just
Mm.
think the intelligence, it's a fake intelligence that imitates the way we learn and we think and we learn and we think. It's just like learning, thinking, learning, and the way we create. So
Mm.
that's artificial intelligence is a technology, but ChatGPT is the tool that allows you to use the technology.
Mm.
So, you can say ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT, but then you also use Siri as AI. So with
yes.
prompt engineering, when I was talking about that, you know how it was just typing, but with Siri, the prompt engineer with Siri is your voice because you can talk to AI as they're prompting. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So did that make sense? Or
So yeah, so
Like
Chat GPT
for
is the
example,
application.
mhm.
And
like I have another one I'm using. They call it Marlin with my computer. I just update it. When you are typing, for look up to words, then do analysis, then you're doing analysis. It's very that the resemble of ChatGPT. It's just like WhatsApp, but the difference it replies you automatically.
Oh
It's just
wow.
like somewhere a platform where you are going to type, but it replies you automatically. That's
Huh.
what I understand.
Wait, so you type on it like you're writing a document or like it's a chat?
Yes, yes. It's called Marlin.
Can you type it on the put it on the comments so I can look into it?
Marlin.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes,
with
Marlin. Merlin.
oh Marlin, okay, okay, Marlin. Yeah, you see with AI, like that's it's so many different tools and applications, and it's new ones like almost
Mhm.
every day, and with different countries and continents, each one has different ones that they add to it. But yeah, if you can put that in the comment. So in this call, I don't want to take us too long, but this is just to like understand and
Mhm.
discover. But
Okay.
we can do something hands on if you guys want me to show you something. Like
Yes,
I
please.
guess I can go through my chat GPT and just show you maybe some things I've worked on so you can understand okay what the possibilities are. But I also want
Uh,
to show you guys a really cool video.
uh,
Um, I'll share the link to this video here, but at first I didn't want to really do this, but I realized well if I want to teach AI I have to um what's the
okay,
word?
don't forget to type the word. Where can we see the word? Marlin or Marlin?
Yeah, but if I want to
I'm doing it now.
oh, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
send it to
Marlin
you.
app. Oh, okay. All right, I would definitely look into that. But yeah, there's a lot of AI apps out there that you can use, and it's amazing because people are so creative. And I mean,
Mhm.
I definitely, now that we have Abigail here, I'll look and see into like how AI is in the Philippines, but I know in Africa and Sierra Leone, they can definitely like technology is growing there, and it probably already is. But I know like I'm excited. I'm just excited to see like what people can do, what solutions they can create, and
Mm,
how it helps out people. Because I know there, I looked into Sierra Leone. They have apps now that use AI to connect like the farmers to the
Mhm.
sellers, and different ones for like
Yes.
healthcare. So it's so good. Oh my god, I'm really excited. So you know
Mhm.
about those, right, Abu? Like, or you're looking into it now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
wonderful.
I know about them. I
Hmm.
know about them. I created one. I show Auntie Marie last when she's in Sierra Leone. With that Google, they have it. Here is it.
Hmm.
Google business. Google business,
Oh yeah,
wherein
Google Business. Yep.
you are going to, you are going to arrange even your website, your pictures. It accommodates everything, but it's very good.
Yeah. Are there any Abigail, in Philippines, are there any particular like AI apps or tools that are very popular or that you come across?
So right now, ChatGPT is very popular here in the Philippines, but I am hearing others like Gemini
Mm-hmm.
and Perplexity.
Oh, okay.
So I've tried the both. So right now, I'm fond of using ChatGPT,
Oh, okay.
and sometimes I am using Perplexity to compare the two.
Okay. So you do a lot of writing. It seems like if you're using those a lot, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Like writing a documentation, that's like where AI is really, really good with, and that's what I really learned
yes.
a lot about. Like, even in this meeting right now, like what I've done with some other meetings that I've had, and I'll do with this one also. When I
Mm-hmm.
record it, I'm able to get the transcript just as of us
Mm,
talking, and from the transcript alone, using ChatGPT. I use Gemini a lot because I really want to explore how much I can do with Google. Google has a lot of free AI tools to test out. Oh my god! But ChatGPT, I do like better
Mhm.
sometimes. So I go back and forth like Perplexity, Claude, ChatGPT. Perplexity is amazing. Oh my god.
yes.
Anyways, I can go on and on, but I was saying the transcript, I can take the transcript and just AI can create the meeting notes for me quickly. And that when I did that, I was so amazed because my job as an analyst, I used to write meeting notes so much. That was half the job, like detailed notes because we're designing a application. So I need to get all the notes from the developers, the analysts, everybody, the users. So when I saw like, oh my God, like from the like this, you guys will see. I probably I'll talk this. You know what? This is like the beginner. This is the beginner of this thing that I'm doing. So I'll just tell you guys everything. But like, because meeting notes, it takes so long. Sometimes like when I used to do it, it'll take me like the next day to get everything down detail. But just to prove to you guys how fast it can be, after this meeting, I'll see how long I can stay in the library and just get some meeting notes out to you guys as fast, so you can see,
Wow.
like it can do it so
Mhm.
fast. So as a virtual assistant or anybody who's doing
Yes.
marketing, that's so good when you can talk to your clients and you're not distracted trying to just write notes and listen and engage. Like right now, I'm just
Mm,
talking to you
I
guys.
need that one. I need
Yeah,
to know that one,
but yeah, but
especially when we go out to do
Mhm.
assessment.
yeah. So
There's
even
some
with that, like in
clients.
the medical field, they're definitely having that too because
Ah,
you guys talk so a lot with clients and patients. So it's like,
yes,
and then half of your work now becomes documentation.
that's true.
So it's like,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
yeah, so there's definitely like applications that do that where like doctors and nurses, they just have this thing where that listens to them and then at the end of the day it just like organizes the notes for them. So
Mm,
I'll definitely,
mm,
when I send the follow up, you guys will see how quick it is and how organized it is. And I didn't type. I review it. That's part of the AI literacy. I'll review it just to make sure it captures things correctly. Because
mm,
since it's taking the transcript, it may hear something wrong and put the wrong thing. So
Mhm.
mm.
always
Yes.
review. That's one thing I'll say. Always
Okay.
review
Always review.
before you send it out. You know, if it's for yourself, have fun. But when you're sending something out that's important, always review because that's your name on it.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes, yes.
Yeah, you can't say, "Oh, the AI did it." Like, okay, so what? You're the
And
human.
mhm. And that's the important thing, the key, not just to say, oh, I'll use AI, but you have to know
Yes.
the language. You have
Mm,
to know what you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to gain from AI
mm-hmm.
to guide you, put the right information in front of your client.
Exactly.
Sure.
So let me come share this window with you guys. If you guys are ready, if you don't mind me amusing you, can you see this screen? This YouTube?
And like a
Mm-hmm.
star, something.
It's a
It's
star.
coming up. Yes. Yes. It says Memuna 2 is presenting.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you guys see it? What I'm presenting?
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yes.
What does it
Yes.
say?
Yes.
Just so I can know.
AI literacy and prompt engineering.
And
Oh,
prompt
okay.
engineering.
All right. So that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure that we're all on the right same page. All right, so this is just my YouTube where I've been putting information, things that because I'm just like exploring. Like, let me just share. I do a lot of researching and just understand AI and how to like to figure out what direction I want to take it to teach. So this is where I've just like dumped some of my research, not all of it, just some of it. So this is the one, my latest one, where I created a video using AI, but I used my picture that it took as an
Mm-hmm.
inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So I was not on camera at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I created a picture of myself using the picture that I already had. So this pattern, this dress right here, I actually have this dress from the picture, and it kept the same pattern. But
Oh, life.
yeah.
Wow.
So this is just like ways, like I can just imagine the different ways that it can be used. But let's see. Hello. So in the process of helping people, it's very slow. I got too excited. My computer.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, guys. Let's see if we can restart. Hello. So in the process of helping people out with AI solutions, I've noticed that. All right. Well, it's moving very slow. I think because my
Need a
computer
lot
is
of
very.
help with organizing their information, and that's something that AI can do. It's just a matter of which solution works best for you. So while I do enjoy helping people come up with solutions and making their work easier, more efficient, and for myself, I would have to admit that what's more important to me is
Cloud
teaching AI
nine.
literacy, as well as doing research
Yeah.
and looking into how countries in Africa are developing technologies and solutions that are solving real
No
concrete
volume, right?
problems. Because
There's
the
no
truth
volume.
Uh-uh.
Oh wow. So maybe that's a thing I need to fix with the call then, because there is a volume on it, but I did share the link.
Yeah. There's no volume.
Okay. Well, I share the link so you guys, when you get the chance, you can go and look at it. So
Uh-huh.
I'd also put in the meeting notes. So I'll just stop sharing if you guys cannot hear. I thought there was a volume. I can hear the volume,
No.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I couldn't hear it. I don't know for you guys,
Can you
Abu
guys
and
hear it?
Abby.
Yes. Yes. For us also.
No
For me
volume?
also. Yes. No volume.
Okay. Well, I will have to just figure this out another time and we can move forward, I guess, and I'll just show some things that I've had on my
Okay.
ChatGPT as far as this just show the different ways you can prompt because that's
Mm-hmm.
one of like when you're using the tool, prompt engineering is like the game changer. The better you get at it, the better you can do things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the link is there to the YouTube. Oh, Abigail, you did type no audio, but I didn't have the screen there. But the link is up there if you want to go take a look at it. Um, just a possibility, you know. And I just wanted to do a cartoon because I like cartoons, but you can do make it so it just copies you, where it looks like it's just you, the person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Um,
there's a way you can do it just audio without your face, without your image.
yeah.
Uh,
Like just
is it?
like if you're showing something else on the screen, or
Yeah, like giving a presentation, just the words.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that you can always do. Yeah.
Mm.
The unique thing about these is the fact that like you can make it look like it's
Animated.
well the
Real.
cartoon is a cartoon, but some people they make it look like it's really just them. They clone themselves, you know, to where
Yeah.
now they just
Mhm.
record the audio, but they don't have to be on camera and talking and everything. Like that one I
Yeah.
created, I think it was like I
Mm.
just did a recording on my phone, but then on my phone I was, create the image and the app and then boom. Yeah. So it's really good for people who don't want to be on camera or who just want to create things faster without having to get ready with the whole setup.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. But
Mm.
all right. So let me share these things here. Let me see. Let me just open up the screen. Which one has a good one? I want to find a good, like all my email accounts. I use ChatGPT. You know what? Let me show you guys. We did the ChatGPT one, but then Google also has a Gemini, but they have Gemini on the workspace. That's extra. But I was gonna say, let me show you guys how that works. But first, let me see. Bold visionary profile. Um, Start meeting. All right, let me just open. I will be a lot more organized in the other sessions. I just don't know. I have too many windows of stuff that I search on ChatGPT, so I'm not sure which one to pick. Let me see. Share window API. Where's API? API. There we go. All right. You guys can see this, right? My ChatGPT window. Okay. So with chat, let me see. Accounts payable. Oh yeah. So this. Okay. So I guess let me just do like a quick overview of what prompting is. Okay. So with prompt engineering, first of all, the best thing is you can use AI to learn AI, right? So we can go ahead and say, what is prompt engineering? And ask it.
Mm.
So the way I just ask this question, when you see it's just one question I ask, that's it. This is called
Mhm. Mhm.
single shot prompting. No, no, zero shot prompting.
What?
Zero shot prompt.
Zero shot?
Yeah, I'll send you the notes. Don't worry. But yeah, this is
Okay.
called zero
Okay, that's
shot
fine.
prompting. So this is when you write something or you ask something without giving any example. It's just a simple question. Zero
Mm-hmm.
shot, no examples of
Mm.
what is prompt engineering and explain it to me this way. You're not giving it any directions. This is zero shot and you just seeing what the chat would respond. So the good thing about AI is you can use AI to learn
Mm.
AI. But if you're using that method instead of like taking an actual course, it is also very important, as I said before, to check and make sure the information is correct. So what's really good now with the applications is that they will give you sometimes the source of where they found the information, and then you can go and do more research. This one isn't doing it, ChatGPT. So what I can do, you see, they give me a source, but I know with prompt
Mhm.
engineering, I can ask it like, can you give me the source that you use for this information?
Information. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like different ways you can ask. Like you talk to it like it's really an assistant or your coworker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So some of
Okay.
them, they're like I said, they're designed like Perplexity. If you use Perplexity, if I ask that question, Perplexity would give me the links where it got this information from. So, but
Mm.
ChatGPT, it gives you an answer here, but you can customize it if you go to like your place, and this we will learn in the other sessions, but you can customize it now to tell it like every time when you give me the answer, give me the source. And then from there it'll give you the source.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay. Okay. So what I understand here is that you can work with a word or a definition from the start. You don't need to, when you want to ask another thing concern that topic, even if you don't include that keyword from the definition, it's going to relate to that.
oh yeah, so when I asked the other question, the follow one,
Mm-hmm.
this how I didn't
Mm.
refer to the one up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. So you can continue the conversation and it will remember what you talked about before as a
Mm.
reference. So it refers.
Okay.
But yeah, so when I said, can you give me the source that you use for this information, it knows that I'm talking about this one up here.
Oh, wow.
If I
That's
go
so.
to a different chat here, it'll stick to the conversation that we're having in this different chat. But overall, when you
Mm,
overall, it has something called memory. Let me see if I can pull that up. Personalization. Uh, Traits should, oh yeah, so here it has this thing where you can personalize it for it to remember certain things that you always want. So it doesn't matter whether which chat you're on, you can, say things like, I don't know, anything else chat should know about you. You could say things like, I value integrity, or I value like factual information, so make sure you always give me your source. So I value factual information,
mm,
so always provide your source
mm. Okay, okay.
when giving me answers.
So, so in that case, once you type
Mm,
this statement, whenever you ask a question, you don't have to ask, give me the source where you get this information, right? It will automatically supply you the source, right?
Um,
The reference, in other words.
It should, so that's how we're gonna see. Like that's what it's supposed to. I'm not sure if I did it too quick to ask it, but it should. So you see here, source. So this is a new chat I just created after changing that, and now it gave me the source.
mhm.
So this is what we're saying. You can train the
Yes,
AI.
yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
you can train the AI. And then another thing I like to train it, because sometimes with ChatGPT, it can give you a long answer for every question, but sometimes I don't want a long thing. I just want to talk back and forth quickly. So you can ask it. So there's so many different things. You can say, okay, when I ask you questions, so here's another, okay, respond directly. Do not, let me see, do not over explain unless asked. Because sometimes it can just give you a long thing. So now,
now
let's
they
see if I
call
ask
this
what is prompt
thing AI
engineering,
15.
it just kept it short. But then I could tell it expand on the definition. So you really talk to it like you're really having, like you're just talking. That's what prompt engineering, like you're really just talking, you know? And then so like it expanded on it, but then okay, so now let's say if I want create a blog on, so it's like so many different things. You can say have it create a blog, or with prompt engineering you can tell like I want a certain format, so you can tell it what format that you want it in. So somebody give me an example of a format for it to teach us in prompt engineering. What kind of format do you like? Anybody? What format should we ask ChatGPT to explain prompt engineering? Okay. Okay, I'll go
Uh,
ahead. Yeah.
To ask a question,
Well, I guess I wanted to show you guys a different format. Let me see. What
how about
different,
hand wash
huh?
on hand washing? Can you give me information on the time hand washing takes? Something about how to properly um oh god, I don't want to prolong the question. How do you perform hand washing?
Oh, okay. How do you perform hand washing? Okay.
That,
All right.
mm,
So when I said format, I was referring to these, like how it can give you the answers like in summaries, step-by-step instructions, lists, definitions, comparisons, scripts, just different
okay.
ways you can write your information, like
Essays.
table. Yeah, and it can write code
mm,
also. Like I've used ChatGPT to code some things. I coded a website with Chat Gemini. It's really good.
Oh,
I'm not a developer, but I see that it really has, yeah, you can code.
oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a link on my YouTube for, it was like a sample website, like a landing page that I created just using Gemini. It coded everything for me. So maybe I should go on Gemini and show you guys some things there too. But another
Wow,
session,
that's
like I will have a session on just prompt engineering, because prompt engineering is powerful. Like the things you can do with it and create. Like the video I created, that's prompt engineering because I use audio and the picture together, generate. to create this. Let me see if I can actually pull
Mm,
up the website that Gemini.
Mm. Gemini, Gemini.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's my channel name? I'll be forgetting. Just to show you, I guess. Cause but I do have to say a warning when people like me who are not developers, if you're using it to code like a website or an application for you, because you can develop applications too. Google has free things to test out. Um, just consider those as like not official things that you can send out to. I don't know. I just want to give a warning. Like those are like
Yeah,
we call it
disclaimer. You have
prototype.
to.
It's prototype.
Mm.
That's what we call it.
Mm.
Like so, yes, if you have people who like trust what you're doing all the time, like they'll pay for it. But generally, from my experience, something that I created like this. Let me see. I'll show you guys so it makes sense. So I built this website using Gemini. I just told it like, hey, create this, just typing, and I just corrected it through typing. Before at some point I would been changed. I'm gonna stick with the name Cloud9, but this I just made like a sample like advisory company, like work with them. So this is all. I did not code any of this. I just typed what I wanted. Actually, first what I
Mm.
did was I just took a
mm,
screenshot of somebody's website and I told Gemini, "Can you create this for me?" For this company, and it did, but I went back and forth and told it, okay, fix this, add that. But the coding, it did all the coding. I did not do any of the coding.
Mm.
So all this it's just like a sample page that I wrote. So prompt engineering techniques here are zero shot prompting. That's the one that like the first one that we sent, where it's a simple question that you ask it without giving any examples at all. And then one shot prompting
AI
is
prompt
when
technique.
you would
Okay.
ask the question, but you'll give an example of what you want it to do. So if it says, what is prompt engineering? But explain it to me as if it's somebody in 10th grade and also give me like a table of ways I can use it. Now you're giving examples of direction of what you want out of it. And then multi
Mm.
shot prompting, that's when you give it like even more direction. So one shot is you're giving it one instruction, but multi-shot you can give it two, three, four. So you can give it like the thing that I created, the video. No, like this website that I created, I took a screenshot first, so I gave it a picture, and then I typed what I
Mm,
wanted, so I gave it text, and then I gave it even more, so it's
mm,
multiple shot. So those are just very basics of what techniques you can use, but there are many other techniques that you can use. So this website, it's really cool. You can even the link. It even made you can click on the link here, like the booking session here, and it
Mm.
works. It's taking time, but they work. So this is a really cool thing. Say if you have an idea, you want to build something, but first you just want to see how it looks like and how it works before meeting with the developer who's going to like really make it like a thing. This is really good because now when you take something like a prototype to them, they know what you're talking about and you're not just talking like, okay, what I don't, so it's a better conversation when you already have
Uh-huh.
something that they can see and work with. But
mm.
that is with Gemini, so that we can go into this and learn how to use Gemini to code something or anything like in one of those sessions. But so Marie, you were saying no to ask a question and see how that works with let me see, how to properly wash your hands as a
Mm-hmm.
registered nurse.
Or hand washing technique. How about that? That where we will give you how long it takes to wash your hands. I want to see the demonstration. Oh, this is just typing only.
Yeah, so this is typing. What do you mean? Like a video demonstration?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that I don't know, but I
Okay.
don't think
Well, how about
ChatGPT
typing?
can do that. I mean,
Okay.
there are apps that you can use to create videos.
Okay.
ChatGPT, I think you can do videos, but it's like a paid version, but it's very limited also. If you pay, let me see. I know they have Sora now. This is
Oh,
ChatGPT's. Oh wow! You know, this is my first time looking at this.
ah,
Sora. I'll have to look at this and come back. I don't know what this is.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
I know
I've
what it
seen
is, but
people.
basically, ChatGPT can create videos and pictures, but it's
Uh-huh.
called Sora. That's what they've been working on that for like a long time, and before it used to be have to be paid. So
Okay.
okay, so you know what, Abigail, since you mentioned creating images, like what image is something that you would like to create? Think about it. Well,
So
I was gonna say like think about it while I
last,
just finish typing this thing here because I keep like leaving this hand washing thing. But think about
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and then we'll come to you. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So as a registered nurse, can you teach hand washing techniques in a
Because I've seen some nurses, they have their channels, YouTube channels. They do hand washing techniques and like other task transferring. Abigail, you're not teaching because she's not supposed to be like teaching with her job description. This is just
huh?
in-house conversation. This is
Oh,
not training purpose at all.
oh okay.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so don't feel because in the past I was going to ask her to see if we can combine and do some training to the aides, but
Oh, okay.
I came to realize that that's not part that she does, but she can walk behind the scene like for documentation and do what we are doing, training and checking or editing
Yeah.
some information. Yeah,
I
but not
mean,
like
yeah. I mean, yeah. For those things, I mean, AI is really good for that as far as like when it comes to creating training documents and documentation.
mm-hmm.
So with this one, so the way I wrote this one, a technique that's really good is if you want with prompting, the more details you give it, the better it can give you the outcome that you're looking for. So since I know that you're coming from the nursing angle as far as the washing, you didn't want just instructions of how to wash your hands like for a 5-year old. It's
Right,
like at the level of what a nurse is trained to do. So that's why like
right.
it's really good to give it a role. So now it knows okay the level of information that it needs to create. So given the providing a role for certain information is really good. So as a registered nurse, can you teach hand washing techniques? Include the step by step instructions, you know?
Yeah, right, step by step instructions,
Yeah.
and also the length because you don't want to take more than certain time to do hand washing. We have a range which is universal. Some they have 25 seconds and 30 seconds. You should not prolong hand washing to 3 minutes. That's a no. So something like that, you know, just
And
stay within the range and personalize it. Because if you AI say, oh, it takes two, how long does it take to perform hand washing? Something like that. If
yeah,
AI says 2 minutes, right away I have to correct it
right.
because it
So
doesn't take that.
yeah, so that's why I included that part. Like, and it's really good. Like, if you know you want to include something specific, include that in your prompt. So say be sure to include the length of the hand washing as far as the minimum time and the maximum time. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's a very
yeah.
nice minimum, and I love that.
So now we send that, and then it can give like this is with generating. So this is the generative AI
You
part.
see?
Yeah. So AI is
Okay.
really good for creating like your guidelines and instructions and things like that.
Mm.
Like it's really good. So it says duration, proper hand washing techniques, nurse approved, 20 seconds to 60 seconds. I don't know
Wow.
if it's
See?
true, but this is where you'll put your
Yeah,
expertise
it
to check
is.
it
It
in.
is.
Yeah, and it gives you step by steps. Wet hands, apply soap, rub hands, scrub for 20 seconds, rinse, dry, and towel. And then it can create a version for kids, patients, or public signage. And then it says, "Do you let me know if you want to create a version?" Sometimes I'm like, "Okay, do it all. Okay, do it for all. Why not?"
Oh man, it's intelligent stuff, huh?
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
that's
good for
cool.
documentation, especially like if you have employees or if there's you want to create a system. Because sometimes it's hard to like document all these systems, but you want to create like a process. Now, when you want to like teach somebody, or even if it's not for teaching or training your employees, just for yourself to like, okay, this is what I. If you just want to like document your own process, it's really good. Sometimes, like after
Mm.
having a long chat conversation with ChatGPT, I'll just ask it like, hey, can you just go back and review the steps of what we did based on the decisions that I made, and it will give me an overview. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take this now as like my process. But this was one that I did with a client where we she had a presentation of 200 slides that she created, but she needed to narrate them, like her voice to record and talk about what's going on in the slides.
Mm-hmm.
And but she was already tired. She's like, I'm tired. I don't want to think about how to write this, you know? So I got with her to help her come up with a way to use ChatGPT, like a AI, to automatically create those narrations for her. So what I did, what you can do, like when they ask me, I'm giving you guys my, it's not a secret, but people that don't know AI, for some reason, when they see it's like, oh wow, you know. But literally, what she asked me here, I just copied and pasted. I had an idea that it can be done. I know it can be done, but just how to do it. I just said, hey, my client needs to be able to generate scripts and slides she has in Canva. I think some of them I just like copied and pasted and I just like changed the wording to say, refer it to my client, you know? Like all of that. Like she needs help to script the slides. That way she doesn't read it verbatim, and that but she already has a syllabus, like a notebook of information that she used to create the slides. So I told it everything that I have, and then it's like, and it came up with a plan for me, like, okay, yeah, to help without reading the slides, we can build an efficient workflow to leverage. And
They
now,
give it a notice, Mona. They said this call is about to end.
oh, okay, well, the call is about to end, so we might get shut off soon. So if you guys want to come back, let me know. Do you want to come back, or just we can come back to
Sure,
wrap
sure,
things up.
sure.
So if the call ends, we'll just come
Yeah.
back and then I'll just take another 10 minutes to end and then Abu, this AI thing, I think say now you need for be the spokesperson at Salono. I know you now, you mic day off. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hey Abu. So now you can be the AI
So,
specialist na
I'm,
salon?
no problem. I really dey dream of that. Believe.
Yeah.
And right now, where they go through the exercise, I dey really see how the work, the simple thing that like Sadeo they take say this is impossible for me. I just follow the step for create the website. I just don't create one. We the other one again that first prompt one something prompt. Where I
Yeah.
no give no specification this wire, I just this specification. Now I want me, them call for this. They give me all some site for even way they do marketing for send through PayPal, other thing. That
Mhm.
step they for let you just put information. So this is
Wow.
very good.
That's good. I'm glad you're already using it. Oh my God. So Abigail, how about you? Like what's something great that you've done with AI? Because from what you said, you use it a lot already. It's just use it a lot for like document creating. So
Yes, just
yeah,
for documents.
yeah,
So
something you
I've
figure out like
tried
what to show
doing
you.
prompts for images, but unfortunately, it was all unsuccessful because once the AI generates the prompts that I gave him, it just doesn't translate what's in my mind.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I have to be detailed for the idea that I wanna translate on the photo,
Okay.
but I don't know how to do it yet.
Okay. So what tools did you use?
So I'm using for the images. Sometimes I'm using Leonardo.ai.
Okay.
Have you heard about that?
I've heard about it. I haven't
So
used it, but I've heard about it a lot.
so I've tried using that, but it was so unfortunate because I can't do or I can't have the images that I want to have.
Okay. Um, all right. I'll definitely look and see like for the next session with the images to see because is it because let me see. Do you that's something we can work around as far as to see okay the right tools. I haven't looked into Leonardo to see how it works. So that's another thing is to understand how the tool works, the design of it. The more you play with it, like, oh, okay, well this I use this one for this and I use that one for that, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes what you can do, say if you already to get the picture exactly the way you want, the way I can reverse that sometimes, depending on which tool I'm using. Some I'll have to. I don't want to give you like just any tool and then it's not the right one. But sometimes what you can do, say if you already have a picture that you want the image to look like, you can take that picture and upload it and then ask it like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, can you give me like I said, you can use AI to learn how to use AI. So you put the picture there and ask like, hey, can you give me a detailed prompt that I would write to recreate this image to copy this, like
Oh.
anything, like give me detail because I want the same thing as that, and then it'll give you a prompt that you can use now, and then take that prompt onto
Okay.
Oh,
something
I
else.
see.
And then
So
there is
just
like,
like
they can copy like the style of a certain one, and you just use that way. But there are different tools. Yeah, yeah,
okay, so I'll try to use that. Just like in reverse engineering, right?
exactly. You're reverse engineering. Yeah, it's like okay, I want this. I want to, use AI to do it. Like that's what I did with the website. I reverse engineered. I screenshotted somebody else's, and I said, "Hey, I wish if I can find that chat, maybe that could be like in another lesson because there'd be too many chats to look." But I just said like, "Hey,
Mm.
this person used Firebase. They used what did they use to create it? I forgot. They used this to create this website. I want to make the same one for this company. Can you create it? Just reverse engineered it. So that's basically what you can do. But then there are other apps that like will allow you to just upload a picture and it copies the style. So I know Google has this one
Mhm.
called Whisk where I tested it again yesterday. So it can copy the style as another picture, but it won't copy the exact like image You
Mhm.
know, so like as you saw in the video, like it copied my image. I told it to do it as a cartoon, but it can copy my image to recreate. But Wiz can copy the style and then put in a different picture. So I'm not sure which one. It all
Okay.
depends, you know. So after this call, I can just give you a list of different like image creation tools that I've tried, so you can just test out and play. And so the next
Okay.
session, you'll probably have more
Okay.
like, okay, well, you know, I like this. It's
Yeah.
really just testing and playing and testing and playing. Yeah, that's why I like Google, because Google, when they give you something free to work with, for the most part, it's unlimited. The other ones, it's like you can make like five, and then you have to wait till the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But Google,
Yes.
if it's
Yes.
free, especially because Google like to have people test their stuff for them. So I was able somehow to get into the program. I think it was early on when they allow us to play with Gemini, and so now I have Gemini on my like Google Docs for free. So if ever you see Google stuff, test it. And then one day it's like you'll still be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wait, I'm in
Mm-hmm.
their program, and now I can use their stuff for free.
Mm.
Yeah. Like an example of what that is, like let me show you like what this let me no, let's go back to where we were because I'm gonna wrap it up. We were gonna do a picture to create a picture based on what you're trying to okay. We're gonna test out Sora. That's what we're gonna do. Sora based on image creation. Okay, so is there any kind of let's create an image together. Oh wow, okay. Hold on.
Um,
Image, video. This we're testing out together. So you pick the proportion and you tell if you want a video or an image. What do you want, an image or a video? Let's pick one.
okay. So, Miss
Let's
Mona,
say video.
Yes.
do you have this on a record?
Do I have one on
Are
record?
you record?
Yeah, this
Are
is
you
recording.
recording
Yes,
it?
it's recording.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so you'll see it. It's recording. I resume the recording. Yeah, so let's do an image. So let's create an image of what? Oh wow, okay. This we're really testing out because you can upload a picture and add it. So this is what they call multimodal prompting. This is an example of prompting in multimodal.
Mm,
So if we add a picture for it to reference and then we type, that's different modals. So modal is like the type of information given. So we're giving it text and image. All right. So anybody, okay, do we give a reference or just type an image? Somebody give me anything. Abigail, what do we create? Tell me an image to create.
We can do a scenic scenic view, maybe a view in a forest.
In a forest. I guess we could just look at, let me see. Wonder what these are, variations. Oh, the number of images that it's going to give you, and then this is I guess the style of the image.
Miss Mona, you're not sharing your screen yet.
I'm not okay. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I was.
Plagiarism.
Entire screen. There we go.
AI detection. Advanced tool.
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry.
Okay, there it is.
Mm.
All right, so it's gonna be a lot of coughing on the recording, so don't mind. All right, so
AI
create an
will
image of the
summarize.
scenic view in the forest. So we'll put that and just see what it creates, right? Ah, okay. A username to create images, MC.
Um, oh there.
This is Sora. So this is ChatGPT's image creation, Sora. Add it to queue. This is I have not used this before, guys. So this is all new to all of us. I don't know. I don't even know where you go for my images. My media. Oh, okay. So you go to My Media, your library, for it to show you.
Mm,
But you can always
yes,
type.
my
Okay.
application.
So while it's taking its time to generate, we can. Let me see. I think that's. Let me see. There's something else. Okay. Okay, so I guess let me give you guys something to kind of like use as a the tools that I use that you can start practicing with. I'll give you that, and then we can wrap this up soon. We'll wait for this to finish up, but so the main ones. Let me see. I use ChatGPT, but I also use Gemini. And the reason why I like to use Gemini, like I said, since it's Google, it allows me. It's a good one to test things in because it's free. Um, when it's free, it gives you a lot more op it gives you a lot more chances to do things. So like I know with ChatGPT with the free version, when I want to upload pictures, I can upload like a certain amount of them and then it's like I have to wait till the next day to do it again. But with Gemini, I have not been told yet that I can't stop, you know? Like I can add as many pictures and prompts and ask as I can. And it just tests all these things that like so I use Gemini a lot. So this is one of them, the apps. It's similar to ChatGPT. And this is let me see. A script for Canva help with deck, Glue App AI. Um, oh yeah, this is a preview. Like this is what I was talking about how it can help you like create apps by just typing. So this is one of them. I had like a document of an app idea.
So
I just uploaded the doc
what's the name of the tool?
the tool. It's Gemini, Google Gemini.
Yes,
Yeah, so I'll
Gemini.
share this also in the meeting notes. So Google. So if you have a Google account, that's all you need. You know. So
Okay,
if you have a Google
okay,
account, you can
I
use
have.
Gemini for free. So with this one, like I was saying, how you can create an app with it. I won't go into much details to wait for another session, but I just uploaded the document and said, "Hey, create this cool app for me," and it just
Mm,
started doing the work. And then it gave it opened up this thing that they call Canvas that they have on their chat thing where you can see a vision of what it is. Now I just left it out here because it was pretty late at night, I think, because I was just like, oh wait, I wonder if it can do this. I'll have an idea, I'm like, and I will go test it, you know? Like I wonder if it can create something off of my document. So I uploaded the document and it did. But now with prompt engineering, we can go ahead and make some changes here, like the Glow AI app, caring for skin.
mm,
So like you can click through here. This is a basic that it created just based off of my document, which is pretty good right now. You
okay.
know, it allows you to edit. So this is just the idea is just like an application that can help you with your skincare to make you help you in the journey of being beautiful. But so I can make changes like okay, say for example, I want to let me see, remove the icons from here, right? I'll just give this example and I'll move on to the next tool to show you guys. So let's say just to show you guys how it can work. I'll just screenshot this, right? Instead of typing everything, I don't really want to type everything. I'll just screenshot. And then say I don't want these. This is just example. I don't want this. And I don't want this there. So all I will do, I just screenshot,
Mm,
paste that, and I said remove the icons and remove the user name as I circled in this. This is, I don't know if this is a bit too much, too fast, but just an example of what I meant when I said it can code and create things without you knowing how to code. So what it's
mm,
doing in the background is it's doing a code, you know, in the background, but it's taking a
Mm-hmm.
while for it to, make the changes here because it is a long code when you look at the back end of it. So while it's doing that, we'll just go back to Sora and see what it created. So this is a scenic route that it created.
wow. Mm.
Abu is having fun, huh? And
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so this is a scenic route that Sora created. And we can
oh
go ahead
wow.
and add, remix it, describe changes, similar to the one where I made the changes, so you can make changes to this image. This we're
Wow.
all exploring for the first time. I haven't gone into Sora. I always wanted to because it was always a paid version, so I'm glad they're free now. But now we can also revise it and remix, and it can create a video apparently. Optionally describe your wow.
Well, this is very interesting, Muna. When
No,
if
you
I
got to pay
may
for that.
interrupt
Hmm?
a little bit, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So all this stuff they're providing for free, how are they, why are they advertising saying people can make money through this information?
Um,
How?
well, that's a different thing. So let me just finish this quick and I'll answer that. So as you see here, so it made the update. It says I will update the app and remove the icons. You see here, now it's gone.
Hmm.
Yeah, before I would have
Okay.
had to actually go in and change the code myself in here.
Hmm.
If you're somebody who's a developer in coding, you can come in here and make the changes. But I'm not, so I just typed it. So for your question, how are they saying they make money? Because I mean, for example, um, the people that are offering for free right now is like the big companies like Google, right?
Hmm.
Although they have these for free here, they also do have plans that you pay for. So especially if somebody wants to be able, there's paid versions of them also. So they have free versions and paid versions. And when it's a bigger company, they can afford to, like Google, they can afford to give it for free. Because
Yeah.
although it's free for us, what I know for sure is that they're using all this that we're doing as to train their model to make it better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a give and take, you know? So we're training their model, making it better and everything because AI really, the data is the most important thing. The data is what makes it better and work better, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like it can learn things like, you know how I said to remove this? Now it can learn like, okay, you know what? She doesn't like icons. Maybe let's not put icons in like
Mhm.
things anymore, you know? It just gets better. So they use our data to train. So that's what we're giving them. And then they give it to us for free to use. But they make
Mm.
money off of plans that they provide because companies, some bigger companies, or even if it's not a big company, it could be a small company, they say, you know what? I just want this tool across my whole organization. They'll pay for it. But as far
Hmm.
as for individuals, how they can make money, I mean, even things like these, like right now, the session I'm having with you guys, people charge to
Mhm.
teach this. So now it's people who are teaching the skills of how to use these tools. They can make money off of that. But then
Right.
Yeah.
also, ways to make money is now, say, somebody who is a marketer or like they have a skill, but it's like they can use AI to help them put their information together or
Together.
put it
Yeah.
Yes.
together
That's
to
Mhm.
make the money. So
Mhm.
they're using AI to help them get like before maybe it's like oh they would have to hire somebody to do it. But now
Yes.
since they have
Yes.
knowledge in something like you know what, let me use AI now to help me package my stuff so I can
right.
go out and sell things now because now I don't have to hire a specialist. Although I can
Mhm.
hire specialists,
Mhm.
but since I know my information, I can at least
Mhm.
be able to, you know, AI just helps out. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I
To
don't
personalize your stuff, right?
personalize your stuff and to create your information because a lot of part like saving course creating, like you know, like so say for example, like I even see like a marketer who teaches marketing, but they just have a hard time with getting their information together, the lesson plan. AI helps them put the lesson plan together like faster and faster, you know?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
And they can learn new techniques through AI as well. Kind of like me, like
Yes.
I'm it's
Yes.
so much that I'm just learning.
So Abby, you'll be doing the hands-on background, and I'll be doing the teaching in the front line.
Mhm. And then with the
Mhm.
back end, like and then you can use AI to just like
You and
I don't know.
Abu would put the flyers out there.
Yeah, so like one really good thing though, like if you're somebody who has clients for certain things, like let's say with marketing or even with the nursing and things like that, if you're teaching somebody, when they ask you a question, like with me being an AI advisor, I really just put it into AI and say like, help me think of the solution because I don't want to think of the solution, but AI can help me. Now it's like, okay, I have a
Mhm.
plan. I did go back and forth with it because I wanted to simplify it. So because of my knowledge, my background knowledge, I'm able to go back and ask questions and say, no, add this, add that. We want this direction, that direction before we came up with the final plan, you know?
Mhm.
So it's a coworker kind of a thing, you know? So that's a really good thing that a lot of advisors and consultants are using AI to help come up with solutions for their clients.
Okay,
Um,
Okay.
that's good.
so Gemini, ChatGPT, of course, we all know ChatGPT, and This other
Mm-hmm.
one, Gemini, is this one. If you want to just like for testing out things as much as possible, I'll say use your Google account and just see what tools does Google have for me to play with. You know,
Okay.
one
Mm-hmm.
place to go to is Google Labs, I think. This is where I
Mm-hmm. Yes,
sometimes will
Google
find the
Labs.
new
Yes.
things that Google has, the labs. So they have all these different AI tools that they have for you to test out. Some of them are public, some of them are just in test mode right now. So this is a good
Mm-hmm.
place to come and just look for tools if you are just curious. I think this is where I found that other AI tool. This is the Whisk one I was talking about, Abigail. Whisk, it's a Google one where you can create an image from use an example of another one. Yeah.
Did you say whisk or
Yeah.
risk?
Whisk, like whisk.
Ah,
Yeah. So
okay.
this is like things I created, just
Mm.
testing it, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have like a luxury, like this one, the way I used it was, what did I do? I used a picture of,
Google Labs.
the original picture is not
Oh,
here, but I wanted something luxury. And
Google
guess what else I put
Labs.
there was a style.
is
It's
that
not,
like background?
huh? No, this is the images that I
Labs.
created just using this app.
Wow.
But what I did was, it was on my phone, I think,
Add
that I did it. But
filter.
basically, you can set the different things, the subject and the scene that you want, and then the style that you want it to imitate. So I think
Uh-huh.
when I did this, I clicked the scene and I put something luxurious here. But then here, I know what I put here was like the village, like the village houses, you know,
AI.
the mud homes. I
Mm-hmm.
put the mud homes. I'm like, what if in Sierra Leone we have like luxurious houses in the village, but it still uses the mud, you know?
Ah,
So this is what it created. You see the mud, but it's luxurious.
that reminds me. Ah.
Isn't that like it's like luxury village
So
style?
can online.
Oh,
Like this
that's
can be it can be very innovative if you think about it. You know, like developers building houses, like, oh wow, we can combine and then it gives ideas. I'm like,
I
this
was
is
gonna say, so you can create this and give it to those engineers, the builders, right?
yeah, like if it's what you want, this helps you just to visualize it now and see it helps you translate your ideas. Because
We
this
have to
is
talk
a vision I
after
always
this
had.
session.
Like, I want a luxury home in the village, but I want to use things that they already use, you know?
Ah,
Imagine the mud right here. It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
ah.
Look at that. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
you're in McKinney and you go in your house.
What's that thing, the round thing on the top?
This is just round. You go up the stairs here and you just walk
Yeah.
Oh,
around.
Yeah, you go, yeah. So access the rooms
Yeah, it's
and
just
all
like a
that.
tall ceiling.
Mm.
Abu, think about big water.
Just
Mm-hmm.
saying. But
Ah, I love.
so Whisk will be one that would be fun for you to play with
Ah,
images. But yeah, Google Labs has a lot of their tools here where you can play with, and that's how I stumble on to this. So this is this. So let me see. Google Labs for you to find more tools to play with through Google account, Gemini, and we already have Claude and ChatGPT, and Perplexity is another one that's really good for search. So Perplexity is something similar to like Google search,
Complexity.
right?
Mm-hmm. Complexity.
So see the difference in
Okay.
how it answers a question. What is prompt engineering?
PCR.
We ask the same question in ChatGPT, but here in
X.
Perplexity, it's a search engine. So you see how it already gives you all the links, like everywhere, you know? And it gives
And
you the answer to
searching
the
equally
techniques and
in
applications, but all the links are always there. And it gives you more questions you may want to ask. You click on it, and then it follows up. So this is really good. Perplexity for researching to go read more
research.
on the topic.
Wow.
That's one. And then one last one. Let me see. Oh, this one I like to play with. It's like a
how do you spell it? Perplexity.
yeah.
PER.
Yeah
PLEXITY.
yeah, and I'll share this also in the meeting notes. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay.
that and then this one is one people don't know about this one. Well, I don't hear people talk more about it when I do my YouTube video watching, but Google AI Studio, it's similar to Gemini and ChatGPT, but it's for somebody who's like deep into it when you want to do more custom. Just test it out. Because first I was just like, well, I think this is for developers, because it looks so complicated to me, but it's really not. But it basically it allows you to put, what did they say? The word is, okay. For example, ChatGPT or like Gemini, not Gemini, Claude. When you ask questions, you know how before I showed you guys how I uploaded just a document.
Mm-hmm.
This document here, it's a large document, but I have the space to do it. Like it's not that large, but I could put, there's a large document that I put up. I think I put a whole ebook here before, and it took it. So the difference and big thing about Google is like when you want to experiment or you have something large you want the AI to read and understand with you. This Google is really good because they allow you to, they don't limit you. Like I keep saying, like they don't limit you. If I wanted to upload that document, a bigger ebook on ChatGPT, I would have to pay for it. But Google for free, you have a huge amount of space to use. So say for example, you have like an employee guideline and you want to use that guideline to just write more things information, but you just want to upload it and have the ChatGPT, the AI understand it. Assume that your guideline document is really big, but you just want to do it for free. Google would be a good one because they give you a huge amount of space to work with.
So you can do journals through Google search and save it information there and go to Chat GPT to correct the wordings. Is that what you're saying?
What do you mean journals? Like you can create a journal?
Yes, like my journals. Say I do self-care journals.
Okay.
So if I want to write my next journal, can I use this tool to
Oh,
guide me?
okay. If you want to write your next journal, to use a tool to guide you to
Uh-huh.
think of it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you definitely can. And then, so if you want to use a free version, Google will be a great one too. You could upload the old journal and then tell it like, okay, this is a journal that I'm. That one, you could tell like, okay, this is a journal that the first version of my journal, and I'm working on creating a second edition. This is what I have
Uh-huh.
already like brainstorm with me to come up with my second version.
Uh-huh.
So you can do that with it, and then so you upload it there, and then you type out that instructions of what you want, and they can brainstorm
I
with
will
you to
take
come.
notes. And Abby,
Yeah,
we
but
both.
Gemini is definitely good for that because it holds up a lot of space. It allows you to. But
Yeah.
like I told you guys before, but that's because what is it doing? It's training on your data. So be aware that do not put personal information like your social security number, addresses, none of that. Unless you don't
Okay.
care. If you don't care, that's fine because they probably already have it anyways with Google Maps. But
So do not enter your personal information
do your best not to.
when you're searching,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, when you're on these, especially
Mm-hmm.
the free ones, I know they have paid versions, and they say, oh, we don't take your information, but I just don't trust the internet. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm comfortable with giving some information, but there's some information you just don't give. You don't give your social security number or your
Your date of
address,
birth,
your home address.
home address.
Just the personal ones, but you can give your description
Yeah,
just to have
exactly.
the outcome that you want to
Exactly.
have.
So yeah. So sometimes what I'll do is like I'll just like put a fake address or a fake social number. So you give it test data. That's what it's called, test data. And then when you finalize it yourself, you just
Mm-hmm.
replace it. But there are tools that claim and say not I won't say Gemini or ChatGPT, but some that are designed specifically for specific private use that say they protect your data and don't train their model under it. But
Mm-hmm.
for me it's still questionable because even like the project I was working on at one point, they kept saying, oh, we don't train on your data, we don't train on your data. And then later on in the project they're like, oh, okay, actually no, we actually have to train on your data because that's the only way we can get the model to work the way you want to work. So it's like they said one thing but it was another.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, yes.
I just don't trust them, but definitely It's useful though to use to get the work done. So that, let me see. So we have Gemini, and Google AI Studio is also a really good one to use when it comes to just only thing with AI Studio, the difference. This, I don't know if I can really go deep into like explaining how it works because I'm still exploring it, but it's just a good one if you want to just look into it. Similar to ChatGPT, but
Okay.
a little different. And then one other really good one, and then I think that, let me see, Notebook LM. Maybe I have to wait for the Notebook LM, but it's another Google one. Like I keep saying, I explore Google a lot because they have a lot of free tools for us to use. Notebook LM is another one that you can use. And the good
Mm-hmm.
thing with Notebook LM, so say if you want to learn something or if you want to create a guide for your employees or your students to like a FAQ kind of thing for them to ask questions, but you don't always have to answer. Or if you just want to learn something, but you want the chat to only be based off of that information. You don't want it to search the internet or anything. So this is really good for like internal, or if you're learning something specific and you
Okay.
already have your source that you want to learn from. This is really good to use because with it, like here, let me click on this client that I had. We just created one quick one for her, like her business. I just took the links that she has publicly. You can add,
Mm-hmm.
basically it's a notebook. It's a digital notebook. In the IT world, we call it a knowledge base. So basically it's where you put your knowledge, information, and then with just typing regular questions, your natural language, it can look at that information that you have in there and give you answers. So you don't have to go through everything all the time yourself. So the way it works is this is already here, so I can just ask questions or click on the ones that it suggests and it answers the questions, but it's always based on the source, that you put here. So this is a really good one for people who just need to like search information based on sources without the internet being in there.
So it's just like a find option, like for example, uh the control F in everywhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can say that like a good way to find your
Yeah.
information. But another good thing though, like so say for example, okay, so this is her beauty spa business, right? You can also create content based off of that. So create a quiz based off no, create a blog post based off the services the spa provides. Create a blog post promoting. Yeah, so it's like a control. It's a really smart way to find your information, but it's also can create things off of the information. So that's the difference. Because Control F can't do this. So now I can create a blog based off of just this here, your information, your data. So yeah. So this is basically where you can talk to your data. You can talk to it and it can create things. It's really cool. And then you can also create an audio based off of this. So when you do this, when you generate this, um, it can create like a podcast type of thing where it talks about this as if it's a podcast reporting on the data here. It's really cool when you get to try this out. Before doing this, I would say first have all of your sources here before you generate, because then it can create the podcast based off of everything. But it's cool. It's when you create it.
This is hold on. Go back just a minute. You say something podcast.
Yeah, so when you hear it says deep dive conversation, what this allows you to do is when you click generate, it creates an audio that sounds like it's a podcast, two people talking together about this. So if it was for this one, they'll have a podcast based off of Habits of Beauty, the company. Like they'll be like, "Oh, hey, have you heard about this company called Habits of Beauty? Yeah, like they provide great services like this and that." And then you can go like it creates that about the information. Like really interesting.
So
Okay.
it's not
So
it's
so
not
that
actually live people talking.
It's
It's not.
AI. It's all
It's
AI.
AI. Yes, yes.
And
Ah,
then
And
it's so it's good for
I have had those scripts.
yeah,
I have had those scripts on advert.
yeah. And it's really good for
oh,
studying
Mm.
too. If you're studying a particular topic and you put all this here, it's really good because even with this deep dive here, this audio thing, while they're talking, you can interrupt it and talk and ask questions, and it will answer back based of your question. So that could be a whole different class. We can look deeper
I
into.
know. Wow.
Yeah, this
AI
is
is
very
AI is
interesting.
deep.
Yeah, this would be very good for like the content creating. Like if you have information on your company or your class and you wanted to create content just based off of this, you see like how I did when I said, oh, create a
I
blog
love it.
post.
I love it.
When I said create a blog post, it created a blog post. You know what I mean? That's amazing.
Ah,
Mm.
So when you create a new one here and it's you have a Google account, you have access to this. So one Google account, many tools you can use. So when you create a new one, it's just this that comes up immediately and it asks you to add your source. So you can add like YouTube links, you can add websites, you can copy and paste your text, or if you have a document already on Google, you can go ahead and upload that. And if you upload your Google document, let's say I uploaded like a Google document here, when I make changes on that document, I can come here and click update and it'll update based on the changes.
Oh.
It's so cool,
wow.
huh, guys?
This is.
All right, so that's that. And I keep saying that's that. No more tools. I think we could stop here, unless you guys have any questions of something I want me to show you. But one main thing is, if you want to explore as much as you can, Google. But at the same time, when I want to find new tools, I go to like say there are because Google doesn't have everything. I just like it. The main reason I like it is because with one account you can have many different tools to test. Instead of having all these different tools, all these different accounts. But when there are other tools I want to explore, especially like with images, because Google is okay, but it's not that great with images, I do go to Perplexity and ask it. So Perplexity, remember, is this one here. I'd ask it like, what are great free online, no, free AI tools to generate, So this is like the way sometimes I'll find tools. I'll ask based off of this or based off of people sharing tool names like the way Abu just shared and on YouTube. But here, because Perplexity is really good for search, so it'll give me a list of things and I'll go click and explore and check it out. Click explore and check it out. Leonardo came up, you see. But yeah. All right. So I think this is a good list of tools right here for images. But all right. I think this is a good place to stop because I've said a lot. It's recorded, so I'll share the video and I'll also create meeting notes before I leave here. That way you guys can have the full list. But um, stop presenting. So with that being said, I know I said a whole lot. You're probably familiar with some of them, and then some of you are probably curious to learn more. Um, how do you guys feel right now? We're about to
I
leave
know.
this, but like, how do you guys feel? And then
I'm
what?
sorry, I'm not showing my face because I'm
It's
coughing in and out.
it's okay. It's okay. You're fine. I'll become
Yeah.
next month. I'll
Well,
be
this is very informative. It's very powerful. Oh my God. I can just see how I can use this, but I know I'm going to be lost in and out.
mm-hmm,
So I hope my partners take good notes
mm-hmm,
uh, so we can revisit this information and start to do great things with the newsletter like we
mm-hmm.
discussed earlier, Abby, right? We can utilize this to uh, add some value into our newsletter and with our marketing platform, and it's just a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome. Yeah, it could be a lot, but once you get used to it in practice, you get the hang of it.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
Thank you. This is for me. It's a new whole new world of learning today I have
Oh,
concerning this AI,
oh,
and I
good.
believe the prog. Yes, I'm seeing. I understand your teaching. examples to give. I go through them. I see that I'm making. I'm not a novice now. I'm on advanced level now.
Okay,
so
yes,
please,
I'm
Oh,
advancing.
wonderful.
That's amazing.
so,
All
so
right.
thank you. I'm hoping to see those tools because most of the tools here we are using, I don't know if because of the location they ask us to pay for them. Example, DeepSeek. I saw new one just now. It just pop up DeepSeek, and so when I want to use my Google account to log in, they said I should subscribe. So I'm hoping to see more tools that are not, but like for this AI, Google Studio AI, I think it has opened and it did not ask me for subscription. So
Ah,
we like more of those tools that are on trial, so that we can at least help ourselves to be at that level.
Okay. So you said the Google one, it lets you can use the Google one, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's good. That's really good because I know Google is definitely they're Google is in Africa. Google knows that, yeah, they know. Google said we are going to Africa. So yeah. I know I
okay.
saw a video how they have Google offices in different countries in Africa because they really want to like allow
Mhm.
the continents to have access. So that's really good because, like I keep saying, I mean, I know every company has like the pros and cons, but Google, I like the fact that with one account, I can have all these tools for free, and that's really good
Yeah.
for places that need access. All right, so Abby,
Oh, so everything's been useful for everyone, I guess. I believe.
mm-hmm,
So I do believe that this will be a very useful tool for us moving on in the future. So I'll be looking forward to more learnings from you.
mm-hmm.
And I hope our next session will be in depth,
Okay, yeah,
more in depth.
I will. Yeah, yeah. So all right. Well, thank you guys for the feedback. So I think what I'll do, what I'm getting the understanding of, because I want to have a focused direction, even though we're testing different tools, but
Mhm.
like, okay, the focused direction of, okay, I guess just to be clear, to me, it sounds like creating contents is like an important thing. So not just images, but a way to generate your information and content. So I think a huge thing that I've heard people say is like they want to learn how to like just create their content, their information, whether it's for courses, how to gather their knowledge and let AI kind of make it better for them. So I guess so we'll focus on that as if we're course creators or content creators and just show how to like get that information together. Like as we're moving on. So I think like the next couple of classes would be like prompt engineering, how you can get your information together in a lesson plan or in a blog post using this tool, that platform, how to do it, you know? So I think I'll take that angle. And
Mhm.
as I guess as a comparison, it would be like different from say if somebody's teaching AI for shoot, I don't know, AI for coding, you know? So if they teach AI for coding, now they're teaching like how to code with it and everything. But for me, what we're gonna focus on is how to like generate your content information. So that can be, like I
Mhm.
said,
Mhm.
for mainly for course creating or teaching lessons, but for just and I keep repeating myself, but I think I know the direction that we're going to go to, but it's content
Mm-hmm.
creation, but it's not
Mhm.
just to say like social media content, because content is not just social media, but it's classes or
Mm-hmm.
emails or content as well, you know? But the techniques,
Okay.
so we're definitely going to have a focused tech prompt engineering one where we can learn different ways to prompt and how to make it better and then also like the image creation ones, those tools, but
Yeah.
and researching tools. So I'm excited. But guys, please definitely let me know. I guess like I know like some things I share you're already familiar with, but like if it's something like you know what I mainly want to focus on this or that. Like after this call, send me an email and be like, okay, I would really want to focus, like where it can really help you, not just what sounds good, you know? Because there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
information out there. I can say everything that sounds good, but like what can really actually help you to break the barrier or for you to be like, oh, wow, okay, now it's useful to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just take your time when you go back and play with things and be like, okay, this is what I want to do. Because it took me a while to figure out which direction I want to take it. Because first I'm like, well, do I teach
Mhm.
other
Mhm.
analysts that the job I used to work, how they can use AI. Like that's cool, but I don't think I always
Mhm.
want to be an analyst, But I think this is a good direction. But I'm excited. Thank you very much, you guys, for joining. I kept you way over the time that we were supposed to. I hope that did not
Thank
interrupt you
you.
at all. I hope not, but I'm really
Yes.
excited. Abby, you're going to be the AI specialist in over there.
I hope so.
You listen. What I'm saying right now is, right now, just based off of what you know, you could probably just get a group together of people and say, "Hey guys, you want to learn about AI? Let me teach you what I know, just what you know right now." And then another time, you learn more, you teach, and then you create your group. So you too, Abu, you can be the Salon AI specialist. 'Cause,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
Yep.
just based off of
Mhm.
what you
All
know.
right. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So
Thank you.
next week and even following, what I'm gonna have like an ongoing like free training courses. Like I do have like the ones that are gonna be paid, but for people to like just jump in for the free ones, I'm gonna do that and keep
Mhm.
it ongoing. Wow. If people want one-on-one sessions for free, no, paid one-on-one sessions or paid courses, that's a whole different package. But I would definitely share the one that's for free, where it's
And
on,
bring
where we're
clients.
exploring. Because I think that would be like more like we're exploring. So if you have tools and techniques that you want to share, please, we're doing this together, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that would be. The free one is like, okay, we're going to talk about this topic I'm going to share, but also you bring in what you want to add to it, and then we'll grow as a group and just get better. And then we might have to close it off so it's not too much, at some point.
Mhm.
But
Right.
start right now, we'll just see what it's limited to. Anyways, well, I have to go. Somebody else is coming into the meeting room.
Yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
All right,
All
guys, it was
right.
Thank you
great
for
So,
your
talking to you.
time.
Okay, bye.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
All right,
Bye bye.
hello. Sorry.